Hey guys! So today's video is coming out one day early because I will be in London this weekend, so I won't have time to record a video on Saturday. So I thought better do it one day early than, 8 days late as per usual. So today I thought it would be really good if I did a disability Q&A. A lot of the time people ask me questions about my disability and they're really good questions, and I thought it would be a smart idea to share it on this channel because a lot of the time people want to ask me these things but they are a bit worried that I might be offended or it might be too personal. So I thought, why not break down barriers the only way I know how, which is by actually answering people's questions. So on to the first question. What's your disability? I have arthrogryposis multiplex congenita. Say that 5 times real fast. It's basically a condition that affects my joints, bones and muscles. So when I was, in my mama's tummy, as a small wee little thing, there's a couple of reasons as to why AMC occurred. Some say that there wasn't enough fluid in the uterus, which I can't remember the name of. We'll call it baby fluid for now, in the uterus. So I didn't have enough space to move. Others say it's because I didn't move enough for other reasons. But basically the way that I was sitting in the womb and a lack of movement meant that I didn't develop my bones and muscles properly, and that my joints in my knees and in my shoulders and in my elbows and wrists and fingers and toes and ankles, you're getting the gist here, they're all stiff because of that. For some people AMC is genetic. It isn't in my case. I'm the only one in my family that has it. But yeah, that's basically how it came about. So it happened at birth. It wasn't something like I got sick or that I got yeah, something like that that made me have a disability. Make sense? I hope so. Do your legs work? So I call it 2 versions of me. There's me with my leg splints and there's me without my leg splints. So the way that my legs are formed, it means that I don't have much flex in my knee bone. So when I stand up, I don't stand with fully straight legs. My legs are at not 90 degrees, not that severe, but it is a very clear angle. And that puts a lot of weight and pressure on my lower limbs, especially my ankles and my toes. So I was given specialised calipers so that I can distribute the weight more evenly and be able to walk a lot easier and a lot further. And with my splints, I can do a lot more. Like I can walk around the house, I can go to the gym, and I usually wear my splints when I'm going to university or when I was going to university and college and stuff. And that was the version most people saw. But then there's me without my splints. And it's a lot different in the sense I have a lot less mobility. So without my splints, my knees bend as far as they bend basically. And I'm putting a lot of pressure on my toes and my ankles, so I can't walk very far. And it also means that the way that my feet are shaped, I don't stand on the bottoms of my feet, as most people do. I stand almost on the sides of my feet. So my pinky toes get completely battered if I walk too far without my splints. I mean, I have a way of managing it because I know how to do it, but it's just something I'm cautious of because of that. And as I get older, obviously as I've gotten bigger, because I'm not like a tiny 5-year-old anymore, it's kind of become a bit harder to walk without my splints, so I'm wearing my splints a lot more. Short version, my legs work. Does it hurt? Okay, so I'm going to be honest, yes and no. So you know how I was talking about how I don't stand on the flats of my feet or on like the actual sole? I stand on the sides. So that kind of means that if I walk a lot without my splints, my pinky toes get really sore. So walking with my splints is a lot more comfortable in terms of that, like I don't put so much weight down on my toes. But it's also that my splints aren't the most comfortable either. Like when my carers put my splints on, some of them are like, these are a bit heavy. And it is, they are quite heavy and clunky, and especially as they are right now, they're a bit small for me because as my weight changes and as I grow and shrink, the splints will either fit and be too big or be too small for me. and right now they're a bit too small, because I wear splints that go from my ankles to my thigh, so the full leg one. And if it starts to get a little bit uncomfortable, start to chafe a little bit, if they're a bit too small, as they are now, so I can't wear them very long, which means I can't walk very far. But if I don't walk, then my knees get sore and my ankles get swollen. Do you see the problem here? Oh, I'm in such a pickle sometimes when it comes to these splints. So in that sense, it hurts because of things that I need to do to keep my mobility up and to prevent my joints getting sore. But it's not painful in the sense that I wake up and I'm just like, agony! Like, I'm very grateful for the fact that I don't have like a disability that causes chronic pain. That isn't really a thing. Like, if I get pain, it's like, it fluctuates depending on what's going on and what I'm doing. What's it like being disabled? This question I get, and I get when people say it, what they mean, but there isn't a way to answer that because, okay, the best way to describe it is like this. In sociology, we have this concept of intersectionality, and what it means is that when you see a person who has an identity, as all human beings do, they are not an addition of their identities, they're a multiplication. So I'm not disabled and black and a woman. I'm a disabled black woman. Does that make sense? So to ask me what's it like to be disabled is the equivalent of asking me, well, what's it like to be black? What's it like to be a woman? Like, my disability isn't a thing I wake up and think, damn it, I'm disabled. It's something that makes up part of my identity and it works with the other parts of it. I'm not just one aspect, I'm a whole. So I can't really answer it when people say, what's it like to be disabled? I mean, yes, it's different, and yes, there are things that I will experience that you won't as a non-disabled person. But it's not so different from your experiences that it needs its own question. Like, I get when people ask that, they recognise that there are certain barriers or challenges that I would have as a disabled person. Like, if you want to know what my life is like as a whole, then yes, feel free to ask me that. But you can't really just pinpoint one aspect of my identity and expect me to answer it in a way that will actually be accurate. That makes sense? Okay. Okay, so those are all the questions that I asked and it got really deep at the end. Didn't expect that. But thank you for watching. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Comment down below if there's any other questions that you think I should answer. It can be about my disability, about me in general, just questions you have, like a general Q&A. Like, I quite like doing these videos because I get to sit down and just chat for ages about myself because I'm so self-centered. Please keep watching videos, they're good. I'm not this narcissistic, it's fine. And until next time, guys, bye!